Good afternoon. This is Scott Kyber reporting for It Pays to Shop Southlake in the Great Southlake Chamber. We're here at the beginning of the Business After Hours for the Community Foundation of Southlake. We're celebrating the 15th birthday and anniversary of the Community Foundation. It was formed in 1995. I'm joined today by Executive Director Bruce Greer of the Community Foundation, and we are so happy for you. Congratulations. Looking forward to a good time. I want to thank you for your sponsorship of today's event as well. And Bruce, would you tell us a little bit more about why and how the Community Foundation was formed?
In 1995, Orlando Health purchased 50% of the Southlake Hospital, and from that sale, three gentlemen, Don Wickham, George Hovis, and Shannon Ellswick, met with the CEO of Orlando Health and proposed to them the possibility of a community foundation, and he agreed to it, and from that meeting, the Community Foundation was formed.
And tell us what a community foundation does.
A community foundation, the tagline that we use is we connect people that care with causes that matter. And that's one part of it. The other part of it is that we work with the nonprofits in the area to build stronger nonprofits so that they're more effective and do a better job within the community.
And so you rely pretty heavily on donations then?
Well, we have a little bit over $9 million in assets that pretty much were derived from the conversion of the hospital that we receive funds from. And we also have community funds, which are individual donor advised funds and agency funds that also provide income back to the community through what they would like to provide funds for, like the Howard Stockton Fund.
Right, I was going to ask you, give us a few examples of some of the donees. Is that what they're called?
They're called donor advised funds. Okay. And the Howard Stockton Fund was formed after the death of Howard Stockton. And Howard's wife is involved with the fund, and each year a group of local business people get together and through a selection process decide who's going to receive a scholarship. And this year a young man, I believe, received a $1,000 scholarship from the Howard Stockton Fund.
And you also support the Teacher Appreciation Breakfast, right?
We do that also. Pig on the Pond. Pig on the Pond each year, which I'm sure many people go and do, raises funds for nonprofits, but also for Pig on the Pond, which is a supporting organization of the Community Foundation. And the funds that they raise are distributed through scholarships, $30,000 a year, plus another $8,500 goes to the Teachers Breakfast, where 700 teachers come together each August, and we award a $500 gift for the Teacher of the Year for each of the South Lake schools.
Yeah, I was there last year. It was a packed house. It's so great to recognize the teachers and all the hard work that they do. We also want to recognize all of the things that the Community Foundation does. So what's a typical day or a week like here at the Foundation?
Well, a typical day is that we are working with potential donors who would like to set up a fund. We're working with foundations that may be interested in providing grants to the Community Foundation that we then could distribute out to nonprofits. And we also work with nonprofits. Like one of the groups we work with is called the Food Provider Group of Southlake, and they're the people who are out in the food pantries or like the Methodist Church that prepares food for people. And they come together once every 2 weeks and we discuss how to better provide food to the community.
Well, that's great. Sounds like it's very rewarding work that you do too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm very lucky to be involved with an organization that really does so much for the Southlake community.
And one last thing, I think you have a special announcement that you're going to make, and maybe we'll hear it here first. Yeah. Why don't you tell me about that?
Day before yesterday, I met with a foundation in Orlando, and they are granting the Community Foundation $50,000, which will be provided out to the food providers that are out in the trenches providing food for those families and children that need it.
That is great. And with a difficult economy, it's wonderful to see that you're still getting those very sizable donations. So that's fantastic. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, it's not just us. It's my staff of Paul Jacobson and Linda Hall and volunteers, and also our board of directors, who we're very fortunate to have involved with the Community Foundation.
Well, thank you so much for your all of your involvement in the local community. It does make a difference, and I know the people and the groups that receive some of your grants really wouldn't have other means to receive those awards. So we want to thank you for that. We also want to wish the foundation a happy birthday. Looking forward to a good time. And on behalf of the South Lake Chamber and it pays to shop South Lake, happy birthday, Community Foundation.
Thank you very much, and we are going to have a good time tonight.
Thank you.